What's up, guys? I'm Brady.
I'm Ellie.
And I'm the Moon Turtle man.
Moon Turtle Biologist.
Yes, experienced Moon Turtle Biologist. But welcome to episode 7 of the Ellie Martin Experience. Like Brady said, we have the Brady Reader. He's a long snapper and a Moon Turtle Biologist. So we have some great discussion to have today. Brady, if you could just explain a little bit about yourself. Ruffles licked your hands there.
I'm a 16-year-old at Auburn High. I've studied moon turtles for the past 10 years of my life. Some might say I'm the Moon Turtle man. The Moon Turtle. Just the scientist. I'm leading the world in moon turtle studies right now, and just how they interact with the moon and different stuff.
Yeah.
Like how they cause the solar eclipse that just happened this Tuesday.
Yeah.
Was Miller like your partner?
Yeah, Miller definitely helped us in the research, but me and Langston were the main partners here.
Yes.
We're the leading biologists through it.
Yes.
But Miller definitely helped.
Miller definitely helped for sure.
I mean, a little bit, but
Me
not
and-
really.
yeah.
I mean,
He's
low
one of the people
level.
who didn't want to take credit for it, but
Yeah, I mean, he basically dug up the samples, and we're the ones who actually have information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was definitely interesting. Like, did you know he's actually a species of moon turtles, Ruffles?
Your Ruffles?
Like a long lost cousin of
Yes.
the moon turtles.
Yes, she's a long lost cousin.
Their
You can
dog.
see it in the fur. You see the fur right there?
Yeah, you see how
Moon
it could be a
turtle.
shell basically.
Yes,
Right there.
the shell base. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys can see Ruffles, but that's some deep history on moon turtles right there.
But Ellie, I had a question about moon turtles. Why do you not think they're real?
Because most likely that. You know how a lot of people don't think that.
Now hold on, real quick, before we answer this. Ellie, just remember that you did lose our mic attachment, so you might have to talk louder for the fans out there to hear.
Indeed.
Okay, so you know how a lot of people think that the aliens aren't real.
Yeah.
Because there aren't really proof.
Mm-hmm.
Or there are, I still think there are not proof.
Now.
And, for moon turtles.
Now,
But that's a good answer.
Now, I feel like that's the falsest thing I've heard all day.
Yeah, I mean.
Because me and Brady were sitting on a tailgate
Yeah.
in the middle of the field.
Here, I'll give the whole rundown.
You go whole rundown, Brady.
So we had a small group,
I
and
still don't believe this.
me and Langston were actually fishing a lot. We caught like a couple different species of fish, maybe an alien, who knows? I mean, you never really know nowadays. And then we decided we're gonna go look at stars like two normally cool people do, and we just sat in the back of his tailgate and we were looking up, and we just saw these flying objects just streak across the sky.
There's like 20 of them.
20, and they were all in a line, like almost like a spaceship. And there's no other explanation than moon
The
turtles.
moon turtles is like, there's nothing else it could be.
I think I know. Can I give an explanation?
Well, I mean, we heard they talk to us. They have like
Yes.
psychological
It's like,
powers.
yes, they can speak to your mind almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a sixth turtle
Shooting
sense.
stars, but I don't think that happened.
No, 'cause
It
there was
wasn't
like
shooting
30
stars,
of them
they were in
that
a line. It was, you
A
could
per-
tell there was like a thought behind it.
Ellie, you know how in like first grade you'd be the line leader and everyone else followed in a straight line? That's how it was.
Yeah, and
They were all-
the lead turtle was bigger. We could tell it was bigger. So it was probably,
had to be 2,000 or 3,000 pounds.
yes,
At least. But they're so elegant when they
They
fly.
really are. It's crazy though. Like the directional control they have is unbelievable.
They spoke to Langston like
Yes.
so much, and
Yes.
that's what really influenced me to become a moon turtle biologist. So I've been on the moon
Yes.
countless times, just befriending their leader. Langston, would you like to elaborate on the leader?
Yes, I would love to. So the moon
Thanks.
turtle's leader is it's kind of a funny story how he got this name.
Yeah.
But it's Lamb Chop Uno. And Lamb Chop Uno, he's a good leader. He's the 5th president of the current moon turtle reign.
Yeah.
But he's been a solid leader. He's about 5,000 pounds right now.
Still gaining weight as we speak.
Yes. He's a big one. He's a big one. He lifts weights on the moon. Just because it's so floaty, it's hard to keep that muscle mass. So he's lifting 3 or 4 times a day. But one of my favorite turtle leaders I've ever met personally. I mean, he's really changed the whole dynamic of the population on the moon. Starting with like Brady Outlaw explained in episode 1 how Apollo 99 dropped him off on the moon. He's really led that population to new heights, and there's been new cities popping up recently.
You know, the first moon turtle president to actually go on Apollo 99 was Zimbabwe the first. He flew up there himself, and when it crash landed, and he really just rose to power because he was the only one that knew how to power clean, hang, the big deadlift, and bench and squat. And so he grew up to actually be the biggest moon turtle ever recorded. Now, we didn't meet president number 2 because we
Yeah.
were just behind. You know how it is with the space race. But Zimbabwe, he actually grew to 3,008 million pounds.
I mean that's why I find him so funny. That is the biggest. Ruffles is chiming in on this debate. Ruffles. We have a Ruffles interruption. Ruffles.
Well, I mean, actually, the moon turtles bestowed me with the power to speak to
Yes.
dogs.
Yes.
And Ruffles just speaking on how much he loved Zimbabwe, but he's not a big fan of Lamb Chop Uno. You know, just his political presence.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? Yeah, we don't even like him.
Yeah.
His political presence just doesn't align with Ruffles.
Yes.
And I mean, that's understandable.
It
Lamb Chop
is.
Uno has some very, very crazy ideas.
And he has some dividing views.
He's just, I mean, you
Yes.
can't get him stopped. Like, once he started, he's just rolling.
Ruffles is he's just a big Lamb Chop Uno hater, but you know, Zimbabwe was a great leader. Like Brady said, millions of pounds, and that's what you see in a great leader of the Moon Turtle world is can you lift the heavy weights on the moon, and that's key. That's key. And Ellie, could you chime in on your experience with the Moon Turtle leaders heading into the 6th generation?
I mean, did you ever meet Zimbabwe or Lamb Chop Uno?
Nope.
You never had the presence? Well,
I
maybe
mean,
one day I'll take you up.
We need to take her up. I mean, they're now retired. Obviously, we have Lamb Chop Uno.
R.I.P. Zimbabwe died last summer.
Yes.
It was a
How
brutal.
old was he?
It was a brutal crash.
How-
He was coming
how
back
old
home from
was
work.
Actually, moon turtles don't have an age.
Yeah.
They're just there.
They're just there. They float
He was,
around.
he was coming back from work and then
Come back from work,
Can you guess?
and it was
I
a
think
moon.
Human years.
I don't
Human
know.
years. It's hard to say.
I'm more of a biologist. I'm not really an
Yes.
ageologist.
Yeah.
But
Yes, and
now it is.
it's hard to say because he just gained so much weight so quickly. It's hard to tell his age. But like I was saying, he was coming back home from work, and he hit another moon turtle, and that moon turtle had their shell cracked and actually fell to Earth.
Yeah.
And we've talked to that moon turtle. That
He's
was
actually still really mad at him to this day.
yes. His name was Lazarus.
Mm-hmm. He rose from the dead.
He basically did, and that's why he gained that name.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it was a fatal accident. I mean, just texting while driving. I mean, Zimbabwe just didn't think about it. He was just sending the moon turtle Snapchats. Hit Lazarus, and it was over from there. I mean, the leading doctors in the moon turtle world couldn't even save him. They performed like life-saving treatment, but he was just so big and massive that he actually is the planet Pluto now. His body is Pluto. He actually became a planet.
And that's why there's been so much controversy about Pluto, is because all these scientists
a moon
who,
turtle?
Are they that big?
well,
Zimbabwe
was that leader. He was the biggest ever created, but the reason there's so much controversy is people like you who just don't want to believe in moon turtles. They don't want to have that faith. So they're downing on Pluto right now. They're saying it's not a planet, but it's all because
it's not a planet either.
See, Ellie agrees with us.
You're right. It's not. I mean,
it's a turtle.
It's a moon turtle.
It's a turtle.
And I also don't think it's a turtle.
Well, then what else would it be, Ellie?
A dwarf planet?
A dwarf planet.
That's actually
That sounds
key
like
terminology for moon turtles.
Yes, that's the Latin term actually. Is dwarf planeta.
Yeah.
And
It
specifically
means moon turtle.
Yes, and the specific species is obviously Tortilios muneles.
Yeah.
So that's getting too deep for obviously first time.
Podcast. Yeah, if y'all
First
don't
time
want a
listeners.
podcast, just diving straight into the depths of moon turtles.
And we can go there. Just 50 likes.
We'll bring out Moon Turtle historian,
Yes.
Brady Outlaw, and we'll have all three of us in the convention, and then the doubter Ellie, of course.
Yes, obviously. I mean, you gotta have the turtleiest.
So,
Ellie.
give us 100 likes if you want that.
Maybe a million.
Maybe.
Ruffles just tuned Ruffles just really showed his life for Zimbabwe, and really let it show,
Yes, Ruffles shows her love for him in many ways, but I think this is a great time for a sponsor break.
Yeah.
Ellie, could you show us the Westies hats?
So, everyone loves these hats, right?
Ruffles loves it so
Ruffles
much.
loves the hats too.
Ruffles
Ruffles loves the hats. Ruffles.
Ruffles
Ruffles.
loves these hats.
Ruffles.
They're so soft and so
Ruffles.
pretty and
Yeah.
they're great to wear for fishing and hunting
Yeah, I can attest. They're actually great for moon turtle research.
Yeah.
They've special
It's
camouflage.
the texture. You see, the texture here. It's a special coating that Cooper Bell put on this. It's specifically for moon turtles.
Yeah, but you can only get
Yes.
that kind if you use what's
Code
the code?
code EMG, 15% off. 15% off.
And
Ruffles.
they did
That'll
well.
guarantee.
Excuse
a
me.
moon
Let me
turtle.
take Ruffles. She's getting a little too excited about turtles. Ruffles, if you could come this way. I would just
Ellie,
say-
see the sponsorship?
Okay, so everyone loves these hats.
They do.
Including Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, yeah.
Zimbabwe, excuse
Zimbabwe
me.
Even
loves them.
moon turtle like
R.I.P.
it.
Zimbabwe was the third
Zimbabwe.
president. Yes.
R.I.P.
And-
Randy Uno loves them too.
And like they said, it's going EMG for 15% off. And thanks and shout out for Cooper.
Shout out Cooper Bell.
Ellie, do you agree that these have moon turtle camouflage abilities?
No.
Really?
Now, Ellie, I have a question for you here as we kind of get into the depth of this podcast. Could you give us a detailed explanation on why moon turtles don't exist? Because I feel like we've presented a lot of very
Just
helpful
hard
knowledge.
facts. I mean, you
And-
can't deny them.
And if I need to bring out the original drawing by world-renowned artist Langston Martin,
Yeah.
I can do so. But
and we have jerseys with them on
yes,
it. Like, I
you
mean,
have
that's
to-
hard
you-
evidence.
so great.
The
And
jerseys in which I
yes.
dunked the ball.
yes,
Almost.
and
Close
if you could,
enough.
Close enough.
close enough, Brady.
You're right,
Close
Ellie.
enough.
It's the thought that counts.
Yes.
So we
But
need a detailed
A
explanation.
detailed
of
explanation on
why
why
do you
moon
not
turtles
believe they're
don't
real?
exist.
I'm not the greatest at giving.
Try your best, man. There's not a lot of details out there, but just
Yeah, I mean,
dig.
me and Langston have pretty much given all the details
Yes.
there is. I mean, we're
Yes.
learning stuff day by day. I'm actually going up there after this
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Well, unlike y'all, I haven't studied very deeply.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I might take Langston after this up here. I mean, who knows? We actually travel by it's this big turtle-like ship.
Yeah.
Because we need to fly up there incognito, so they
Yeah.
can't tell we're not humans.
It's actually called the Turtle 5000.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a lot like Zimbabwe. So we get a lot of cheers, a lot of crowds gather, but you know, it's more incognito than us just going up there.
Yeah. Some
'Cause-
say it's as fast as a Hellcat.
Yes.
Others say it's as fast as a Lamborghini. I mean, we'll never know. We can't really calculate that. 'Cause
It's
it moves
the
at moon turtle
moon,
speeds.
the moon turtle speeds. Yes, on the moon, the speeds are different. So, yeah. I mean, but if you could continue with your take on it.
Unlike y'all, I don't go into deep research.
Yeah.
About the only thing I can say is that one, I don't believe, and number two is that it's just most likely not something
But-
that is worth.
I mean,
There's a lot of things that most likely aren't real that have been real. So,
I mean, the Earth is flat.
yeah.
So-
I mean, some
The
people
Earth
say
is
it's
not-
round. Some
the-
people say it's round, but obviously,
In case y'all didn't know, after the Apollo ship went up there and
Yeah.
crashed on the moon, Zimbabwe actually fell down for a split second as an asteroid and squashed the moon flat.
Yeah.
And it was actually while everyone was sleeping in the world, so nobody knew. But people in China kept on just
Yeah.
driving off the edge of the world.
yes, it
And
was
so they would
wild.
just go to the other
Yeah.
side, and it was just like
Yeah.
a piece of paper.
Can
you just flip
y'all just to give? Can we stop talking? Can y'all stop talking for like 5 seconds?
Yeah.
So I didn't talk.
Of course.
Can y'all stop making up things?
it. We're not. I mean, me and Langston.
not-
are-
We're
Stop.
world-renowned scientists here.
Can you stop telling the world about tall tales, please?
I mean,
I mean, this is more of a short tale here.
Yeah.
But I feel like I feel like the scientific evidence is out there. I mean, you look at the historical scientists from the 1600s, and they all say the world was flat. And have you ever met
But
a
have we? But have we gotten pictures from the ISS?
Well, Ellie, I
Well,
have a question for you.
I actually, if I could answer this
I'm
Okay,
pretty
go for it.
sure that I believe in
No.
NASA more than y'all do.
I mean,
Well-
Ellie, have you ever seen the whole side? Like, have you seen all sides of Earth at once?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. And that's because now every person that doesn't believe in a flat Earth hasn't seen the waterfall yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the key ingredient is they just haven't explored enough. Because what is it? It's like 80% of our ocean's unexplored.
Yeah.
And that's where the waterfall's at, is in that 80%. And me and Brady have actually been there in the Turtle 5000, and we were at an altitude of about 1.3 million feet. So it was only a small dot from where we were seeing, because we were obviously with Zimbabwe, the third president.
First president.
Yes.
R.I.P.
Yes. Rest in peace, Zimbabwe.
Well, Ellie, I mean, I have a question. Do you believe dinosaurs exist?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Because
okay.
there's proof.
Proof?
Brady, if you could, bounce off of that, because I haven't seen any more proof. I can bring out proof right now for a moon turtle, and then we have eyewitness accounts. Has anyone ever seen a dinosaur?
I think moon turtles are long descendants of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So I think when the asteroids actually hit the Earth, because do you believe the asteroids hit the Earth, Ellie? That's how the dinosaurs were wiped out?
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know?
I don't want to know.
She doesn't really
Oh,
know.
you don't? Yeah. No, I get that. But
Yeah.
So when the asteroids hit the Earth, the moon turtles, like the dinosaurs had to adapt to the new Earth.
Yeah.
Because it was really dark and there wasn't any food. So they actually slowly morphed into moon turtles. And then, Apollo happened and they were just turtles at the time. But
they became moon turtles once they got taken up by the Apollo 99 mission.
I mean, Ellie, do you believe in turtles?
Yes.
So why don't you think they could just be on the moon?
So what stops you from believing in moon turtles? Like
Because
where?
we only been to the moon once.
Well, I mean, me and Langston have been millions of times.
Millions of times, yeah. We're going tonight after this podcast. So
Yeah.
I don't really see.
You do know that you have to eat supper, right?
Well, after I eat supper, of course.
Yeah. We normally go around like 12
Yeah.
p.m., 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, because time's different on the moon.
Yeah.
If we stay there too long, we'll come back and you'll be 60 years old.
Like Interstellar. If you ever seen that
Oh,
movie,
what
that's...
happens if you... Would it be interesting if you just went up there and you just never came back?
That would be interesting. I mean,
That'd be interesting, but
that'd be very dangerous because then
it really
we would
would.
slowly start to
Yeah.
mutate into moon turtles.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want y'all to mutate.
Yeah, I don't either. I love the moon turtles.
I love them, but I don't
Not
want to
that-
be them. You know.
Yeah.
You love them, but you don't love them that much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, that's facts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Ellie, you think dinosaurs are real? What's your favorite dinosaur?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Give
I
us
don't know
one.
much about them.
Give us one.
There's
Like
one.
the Tyrannosaurus,
I would say...
the
pterodactyl.
Triceratops,
I think the T-Rex is pretty
the
cool.
T-Rex.
The Tyrannosaurus.
The Tyrannosaurus is not. I have actually
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
the Tyrannosaurus.
The Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I've actually seen a Tyrannosaurus in North Dakota. So some people say that they're not real anymore, but I've actually seen one in the mountains of North Dakota. It's right near all those big faces.
Mm-hmm. The Mount
It was-
Rushmore.
Yes, all the big faces. When I went there, he was walking in between one of them. And
I have
it
a
was-
great question, Ellie. I
yeah.
mean, do you believe Bigfoot exists? And
No.
if so, can we get your best Bigfoot call?
No.
Can I give mine?
Yes.
But he might come, just letting you know.
Wasn't that the Indian one?
Well, no, there's a difference. It's a difference in tone and pitch. Oh.
There he is. Oh my goodness.
See, actually, if you're not
What?
wearing a West East hat, you can't see Bigfoot. But I mean, me, of course, I can.
Yes, he's a biologist, but
So
Yeah.
yeah.
How
Wow.
come Langston didn't see it?
Well, Langston has a West East hat on. He can see it.
yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
And
Why
how
can't
come?
you see
But
it?
you just
Yours
said...
hat isn't sideways. It's got to be
Yeah, it's gotta be
sideways.
sideways. Not sideways.
Not sideways enough.
It's gotta be at a 97.3 degree angle.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's like 72.7.
I mean, Langston knows. Langston actually took 30 years of geometry.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
you put
Well, I mean, he
it.
just left now.
You
He's gone now. Bye, Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jimmy's a great.
Yeah, I
great
mean,
Bigfoot,
Bigfoots are great.
Yeah.
If you want to learn a Native American call, I mean, Brain Outlaw is also an expert.
Brain Outlaw is an expert.
I can't mimic mine. I'm actually an
Yes.
expert.
What's up,
Yes.
brother?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Check Eagle, check Eagle.
Special team,
Welcome,
special place,
welcome to
special
the,
players.
welcome to the
Yeah.
podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the
We're chatting
You're
podcast.
gonna
about-
leave, but I'll be back.
Wow, you're very
Yeah.
helpful.
Well,
Anyway,
that was another. I mean, not Moon Turtle expert, but a Moon Turtle fan.
yeah.
You know, but
So actually, I forgot what I was gonna say.
and that's all right because I think. Oh,
I'm actually a master in a goat. I can speak goat.
yeah. Give us a go call. Brady.
That I did believe.
Give us a go call. Beautiful.
Oh!
Beautiful. The
That
high
sounds-
pitched
that-
tone has a
that sounds
beautiful
more like
ring
a
to
sheep
it.
thing.
No, it's a goat. That's a sheep.
That's a
A
sheep.
goat is meh.
And there are actually sheep and
Okay, I
sheep
can
that
see
live
the
near
difference.
Brady's
Okay.
house, and there's
Yeah.
goats on his property. So if you ever want to visit Brady's house, there might be a Westies hat
You-
hidden in his backyard.
And
Who
you,
knows?
I mean, I go by your house every,
You do? You go down the dirt road, Ellie?
um, I go buy. And then I go buy.
Guys, if you get this podcast to 1,000 likes, we'll get you a video of Ellie riding a goat named Brady.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
It might happen anyway.
Might happen. Who knows?
Anyway.
Surprise next podcast.
I go by Brady's house at least once a week.
At least once a week. At least.
Where my grandfather lives decently near him.
He does.
And I would also, let me just take a moment and grab a few pieces of evidence here.
Brady actually goes by my grandfather's land when he goes to school.
Actually, just one recording the whole time.
I had to check because I wasn't sure y'all was such good content. But I have a few of the original artists.
Here, may I see one actually?
Yes, this is the original here.
So this was actually the original drawing done in 1600 BC. And you just can't, I mean, if you look at this Myrtle, I mean, this was actually the original picture. Yes. I mean, kind of like the one behind the camera of Ellie.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that, done by just a masterful, I think it was done by Da Vinci. Yes. And Da Vinci just captured Zimbabwe's just elegance in this picture. The way the stars rotate around him.
And you can see Zimbabwe actually had a shorter neck than most moon turtles there.
He also,
I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's a good glimpse of it.
See, Zimbabwe had also, if you notice right here, he had a weird looking tail that's actually from birth. He was just had a birth defect.
It was a moon turtle mutation, actually. Yeah.
Some say that might be the future of them.
Yes, and I would love to talk about a few more different species. Ellie, do you mind if we speak on a few more different species of the moon?
Sure, but I don't think I've been talking that much. I think it's the.
Wait, we'll let you join in.
I think it's the length and Brady podcast
well, you said. I mean, wow, calling us out. But I mean, I feel like you just didn't give us that detailed info, so we've been kind of.
So Ellie, what are? I mean, if you think if moon turtles did exist, and if you did believe them, do you think?
There we go.
Well, they do exist.
He's using terminology that a turtlist would feel comfortable with.
Yeah, since you don't like turtles, but if they did, if you did believe them, do you think a turtle would look like this, a moon turtle?
No.
Really, what would you think they'd look like?
Similar to a normal turtle.
Well, this is like
alien effect.
An alien effect? That's pretty much what they are. I mean, it's really hard for humans to capture the elegance of turtles.
Unless you see them. I mean, so what I was going to talk about here is there's a few more.
I think Langston threw
out this no. This drawing, it's part of a new scientific
Who drew this
stuff.
Oscar.
It's really, it doesn't capture the elegance as well. It looks to me like a snapping turtle.
Moon turtles are more of like long neck turtles.
Yes.
Well, except for Zimbabwe, of course.
This is a snapping turtle on the moon, and those do exist in small populations, but I'm
not letting you hold that picture again.
But what I really wanted to get to was
thank you, Ellie.
Was the new species. I would love for you to speak on this, but the new species. Obviously, we have.
Is that moon chickens?
The moon, close, but the moon pigeon.
You see, I'm not an expert in this. Ellie, I mean, do you believe moon pigeons exist?
We have the moon panther.
I mean, Ellie, do you believe any animals exist on the moon?
No.
You believe the moon is just unpopulated? There's nothing.
Yes.
Do you believe there's aliens there?
No.
Really? I mean, do you believe in any aliens in our solar system?
Maybe.
What about on Mars? Did you hear about the moon turtle migration to Mars?
No.
The Triple M movement?
Nope.
They're actually just starting it now.
We're visiting some of the leaders of that, like Timmy Turtle.
Yeah. So Ellie, I mean.
Timmy Turtle.
Yeah.
Ellie, I mean, would you describe this as a turtle you would imagine lived on the moon?
I guess.
You see, this is like
longer nails.
Longer nails, yeah, and a longer neck.
I mean, I feel like the second moon turtle drawing. I'll show it to the fans real quick. This is more of like a young child trying to describe greatness.
Young child.
Compared to greatness.
Oscar's 15. He's only.
In retrospect,
he's only 3 years younger than you.
A 400-year-old art piece done by
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci here.
Oscar young.
Shout out Oscar. Shout out Oscar Strickland though.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Was a great drawing. Love it to death.
Yes, we love it to death. It's definitely part of the new age of drawing, but this is history. This is history.
Yeah.
400 years old. Da Vinci himself. But just moving on, so we can.
Did you draw that?
Da Vinci did.
No, Da Vinci.
No, you do it.
Well,
You
Ellie,
do
I
it.
mean, I digress. Ellie,
Yes.
but on a completely different note,
Yes.
Ellie. So we were thinking, would you consider yourself a good pickleball player?
No.
Really? What sport do you think you're best at, Ellie?
I really don't have a sport I'm good at.
I heard you're pretty good at gymnastics.
Yes.
But in
Was.
case
Back
y'all
in the
didn't
day.
know,
Was.
Ellie can attest by this. I can do a really good handstand.
He can do a really good
I
handstand, and he can do a go
was
call at the same time.
gymnastics When I was
What?
6 years
A
old.
goat call at the same time. You've done one. A goat call. Your goat sound.
Oh yeah, I can
Yes.
do a great goat call.
Yes.
I'm actually the leading biologist in goat calls.
Yeah.
For mating. Yeah.
Could
I
you,
can actually-
Could you,
Can we do another one?
yeah. A different one. A male one.
A male one.
Beautiful. I mean,
And then
it
a
sounds-
lady. So once a male goat would respond with that, a lady would say back, "Meh."
Yes, and I mean that's
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I
then they
don't
would
see
fall
the
in love.
difference. I think you're the difference.
Mm-hmm. And then the
It's-
pasture
it's
goat that was
slighter
marrying
tone.
him would then sound like this. Meh.
That
Wow.
I don't sound
Wow.
of that thing.
Now, Ellie, I have a question here. So obviously Brady, owning goats, big farm guy here,
Big country boy.
big country boy. Would you consider yourself a country girl?
Ellie.
No.
Would you ever consider diving into country singing?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
Ellie, if I needed you to feature you on a rap song, could you rap for me?
No.
You
I'm
could not
very
drop a
bad.
sick bar.
I'm very bad at rapping.
Can we hear one bar?
No.
Can we hear a quick freestyle, please?
No.
What if I beat you in rock, paper, scissors?
Okay.
You'll do it if I beat you in rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
Alright, ready? Just one round.
No, 3 rounds.
3 rounds, okay.
3 rounds.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Dang it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay.
One
Rock,
more.
paper, scissors, shoot. No!
Oh, we don't get to hear Ellie rap. Next
One
podcast.
more, Ellie.
Yeah, one more.
I
The
said,
best of 5.
I
Best of
said
5.
two,
Best of 5.
two. I said 2 to 3.
Alright, how about just one line? One line of rap.
Nope.
I'm jumping.
I beat you at paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You
Ellie.
can't hear it.
Ellie, if you drop a good enough rap, I'll admit moon turtles don't exist.
Nope. I'm not doing
Oh,
that.
dang.
See, he knew that Ellie wouldn't do it, so that's why
Yeah.
he put that out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I would love, obviously we're big at Moon Turtles. That's what our everyday jobs, but I know the viewers probably like variety more here. So Ellie, if you could just, explain to the viewers your philosophical view on the state of farming in the state of Alabama.
They are farming?
Yes.
Like how farming is right now.
Yes, if you can explain that.
Why are you?
'Cause you're such a farmer.
No, I'm not.
Well, Ellie's being humble here, but Ellie did grow cucumbers, tomatoes, watermelon, squash, peppers, green beans.
Ellie, did you know I've actually had the world's hottest hot sauce?
Yes.
Ellie, would you like to
I
do that with
do.
me once? We both have some?
No.
Why not, Ellie?
I think your reaction emotion, I don't want that.
You sure, Ellie? What if I was
No.
faking it? What if it was not that bad?
I think the reaction to Brady and he's an Indian, I'm pretty sure Indians have decently related.
Yeah.
We decently
So, Ellie,
related.
how many likes would this podcast have to get for me, you, and Brady not to do the hottest hot sauce challenge? 20?
20 million likes.
20 million. You heard it here, folks. 20
Oh.
likes.
Yeah.
No,
Ellie
20 million.
See, she wants to change it now. 20 likes on this episode, guys.
20 million likes.
20 likes
20 million
and
likes.
10 comments
20K.
and 3 shares
20K.
and 1 favorite.
20K.
And Ellie will do the world's hottest hot sauce challenge with me, TP Tom, and Ellie Martin.
Yeah.
3.
Dude, yep, but I'll only do that if you give me 20K
Yeah.
of likes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Langston will do it too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm always down for some hot sauce.
But 20K. That's how.
20K. Yeah.
Now, Ellie, what's a topic that you feel like is key in world discussion right now?
What would you like to discuss about
Yes.
Ellie?
I mean, we've discussed our passions here.
I would like when you do the ChatGPT.
Ellie, I mean, I have a great question for you if you'd like to answer. What's your opinion on socks and Crocs? And socks and sandals? Yay or nay?
Socks and sandals.
Nay.
Wow, and why? And why?
Yeah.
Because
Why?
I wear socks with sandals. It's a little harder to wear.
So do you feel that it's just more of a crunchier vibe when you have socks and sandals versus just letting the dogs breathe?
I would rather just not wear. I would rather wear them the way that how they supposed
So
to.
do you
wear
feel
them.
that your dogs suffocate in socks and sandals?
Maybe, guys. You heard it first. Ellie Martin thinks her dogs suffocate when she's wearing socks
I
and
said
sandals.
maybe.
Maybe thinks her socks suffocate.
She sometimes
when
has
she's
to do
wearing
CPR on her dogs.
So Ellie, I mean, what are you passionate about?
What is a passion that we could speak on here?
Ellie, what do you do outside of school?
Outside school.
Any hobbies, interests?
I do a lot of church.
Yeah.
A lot of church.
Awfully, basically all
Do you collect any rocks? Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
I really don't have them. I mean,
She
I like
plants
art.
plants.
I
you
love
play video
gardening.
games? Play
I
video
love
games?
gardening.
She plays Fortnite
I
sometimes.
do
Ellie-
play Fortnite, so that's definitely one of my hobbies.
Would you consider?
And guess what? Me and Jackson Caballero won a game.
Shout out Jackson Caballero. The man,
Cabby
the
Bag.
myth, the legend.
So Ellie, I mean, would you consider yourself to have a green thumb when it comes to plants and gardening?
No.
No. So you don't think you're good at doing it?
No.
No.
I'll enjoy
Humble
it.
beast.
Hmm.
Humble
It's one of
beast.
my hobbies, terrible at gaming and also terrible at gardening.
Ellie's being humble here.
Yeah. I'm being humble because most of the time when I'm doing gardening, it only is good when my grandfather helped me with it. He grew up with gardening.
Ellie's being humble here. She was actually voted the #1 Fortnite player in the world for 2024, and she was also voted the best gardening girl in the world in 2024 by Vogue magazine. You know what Drake said? If you're not on Vogue, don't hit me up. Ellie was on Vogue, so you know how it is.
I mean, that's huge. And I think just kind of moving forward in our conversation here today, you know, and I feel like this is a big topic here that has been seldom discussed on the podcast. But how do hippopotamuses run so fast? Could you give us an explanation, Ellie?
I cannot give you an explanation. I bet you Brady can give you a better explanation.
Well, I mean, Ellie, I'm not a big fan of hippopotamuses, but like, do you think they're real?
Yes?
Have you ever seen one?
No.
So then, how do you know they're real?
So how do you know
My
they're real?
grandfather has.
Well, I mean, me and Langston have
Yeah.
seen moon turtles.
So like,
That is true.
So, do you believe hippopotamuses are real?
Yes.
So you heard it here, folks. Ellie Martin believes moon turtles are real.
No. I think
we just
hippos.
destroyed your argument for moon turtles, Ellie.
I just said that hippos are real.
But based on your logic, moon turtles are real.
No,
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
I don't think that moon turtles are real. I've already told y'all.
Ellie,
I don't need to tell the people in 10 million times how many that reason why I don't like moon turtles.
Ellie, I mean, do you think if I ever come back on the podcast and I bring a moon turtle tooth, would you believe it?
No.
What would I have to prove?
Bring a whole moon turtle.
Well, I mean, they're so big.
Well,
Ellie,
that's hard to do because they're actually shy of the Earth's atmosphere because when they entered in on Apollo 99, they were sent shockwaves down their shells.
How about this? Since actual adult moon turtles are not too big, bring a baby one.
But they're still, they
I can
have
only
that
bring a
innate
baby's
fear.
egg.
The innate fear of the
Would you
atmospheric
like me to
pressure
bring
of Earth.
an egg of a moon turtle?
No.
Well, that's the. I mean, you can't.
That's the only option.
Yeah.
You can't bring them back to Earth.
You have to bring me a baby moon turtle.
It's not
That's not
possible. Ellie. I
possible.
mean, I'd have to only bring you an egg. That's the best I can do.
Yeah.
Moon turtle.
Ellie, I
See,
mean,
some people they choose not to believe. They have the
Haters
facts.
gonna hate.
Well, I
Moon
don't.
turtles.
They don't like
You
them.
asked me what will it take.
And we got your answer, and your answer's impossible. So
yeah,
obviously
Okay,
the majority
egg will work.
an egg will
an
work.
egg will work. We'll
An
work on
egg,
that.
a tooth, and a claw.
Okay.
And a claw. Well, moon turtles actually don't ever drop
Yes.
their claws. Their claws
Yes.
stay in them forever.
Oh, okay.
So just an egg and a tooth.
Yeah.
I can do that. I
And a
can do that.
shell.
And it's, well,
So-
moon turtles also
yes.
don't lose their shells. I mean,
Yeah,
they die with their shells
Yeah,
on.
they do, and then they sink into the moon dust.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like that's a great thing for the podcast for the moon turtle historian Brady Outlaw, who spoke very wellly about the Apollo 99 mission, and he has
Tragic.
a lot of insights on it. Tragic, but also exciting for our universe because moon turtles were birthed into existence. So Speaking on the topic of moon turtles, obviously we're the experts here, and Ellie's kind of just following along in the conversation. But what is an animal, Ellie, if it were to be real? Obviously, we know moon turtles were real, but in this case, you don't believe in them, so we won't hurt your feelings with that. But if there was an animal that you wish was real, what would it be?
Or a dinosaur that you'd want to bring back.
Or an animal you'd bring back.
Like a dodo.
Yeah, or a passenger pigeon.
R.I.P.
I would say, I think it would be cool to bring back the Tasmanian devil.
Tasmanian devil?
No, not Tasmanian devil.
Tasmanian tiger?
Tiger.
Ellie,
The long Tasmanian one.
do you think you'd win a fight against a Tasmanian tiger?
No.
Ellie, I have a very strong opinion. I think I could take on an average-sized kangaroo. Do you think I could beat a kangaroo up one-on-one?
No.
An average size? Why not?
I've heard kangaroos have a pretty nasty kick.
Ellie, I have a pretty nasty fist. They used to call me Conor McGregor back in my day.
I don't think they. Back in your day when you were 10.
I was half Mike Tyson, half Conor McGregor.
The left
You
was
were
Connor,
10.
the right was Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
When you were 10.
When I was actually 24.
You're not.
I digress. I digress.
We digress. Ellie would love to see a Tasmanian tiger. Me personally, I would
I
love to
thought
see
you
the
were
passenger.
15.
Who knows, Ellie? My age is a
But we
mystery.
digress.
We digress.
I would love to see a passenger
I
pigeon.
thought you were born in 2007.
I
But
digress.
we digress. I would love to see a passenger pigeon come back to
Say
play.
I digress. I
We-
digress. Ellie,
we have
you just stay on
digressed.
topic.
We have to stay on topic. We have a strong schedule.
But you were born in 2007.
Who knows
That's
that?
not possible. You have to be born in the
Ellie, you know what they
2000s.
say? I can do all things through
You
Christ who
are-
strengthens me.
Yes.
You are not Kendall's age.
Who knows, Ellie?
Who knows?
Did you know me and Kendall are actually brother and sister?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding on that one.
Thank goodness.
Thank
Good.
goodness.
Yeah. So, Ellie, what would you do with a Tasmanian tiger?
I don't know. I just
Where
think
would you
they're
keep
cool.
it in your room?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're a little bit too wild to keep in your room.
But if you tamed one, would you? Where would
If you
it
made
be?
it like Ruffles.
Yeah.
Maybe like waffles? Well, first of all, if it's like waffles, then I better get a dog pen because waffles loves to jump on the table and get your food when you're not looking. So I would
Ruffles
rather
is a sneaky
be
one.
I would rather it be like puddles.
Mm-hmm. Raspberry puddles.
I would little miniature puddle.
Yeah. Ellie, do you ride horses?
No, I do not.
Would you ever consider riding a Western donkey?
No,
What about a bear?
definitely no.
What about a cheetah?
Maybe.
What about an ostrich?
Oh, whoa!
No.
We had a maybe on the cheetah here. Let's
Whoa.
dive into that.
Ellie, why would you ride a cheetah?
Why would you ride a
Because-
cheetah?
Because they're so fast. I think I would like to go that
Do you
fast.
think you could hold on?
If I hold on to its fur, maybe.
Breaking news. Ellie, do you think if a plane was crashing, do you think you could save it?
No,
Do you think you could fly the plane?
no,
Do you think you can drive a school bus?
no.
A jet ski?
Nope.
A boat?
Probably not because I can't reach the pedals and the handle.
But if you could.
I've tried.
But if they fixed it, could you?
A place and Dad paid like how much it is to get
$1 million.
a extension, then maybe.
Maybe. If you could drive anything in the world, what would you drive?
I'd love to just try and drive myself with a car. I mean, that would be nice.
What's your dream car, Ellie?
Actually, this is kind of funny, but my dream car is actually a 4Runner.
A 4Runner.
Wow, that's interesting, Ellie. I would see you more of a Porsche 911 GT3 RS.
I see Ellie as an 18-wheeler kind of girl.
Yeah,
Wait, no.
No, we're changing the
Wait,
4Runner
wait.
answer?
I
Wait.
think I would have a Tesla.
The
But-
Cybertruck?
No.
Not the Cybertruck.
No more Tesla, just bigger.
Just bigger.
You want the Tesla semi-truck. You know, Tesla actually came out with an 18-wheeler, Ellie. Would you want that?
Maybe.
Maybe.
So when we meet Elon, because Elon lives in Austin, Texas, and
That
Joe
is
Rogan.
true.
So when
That
we
is
have
true.
an Ellie,
That's true.
Joe Rogan, Elon podcast,
And Brady Reader, the
and Brady Reader, the Moon Turtle Biologist,
Well, you'll have to come in.
Well, I can fly a plane, Ellie. I can just fly
Yeah.
a plane there.
we can find the Moon Turtle 5000.
Mm-hmm.
Although we don't really use it for
Recreational
civilian
use.
affairs.
Yeah.
But when we have that podcast, we can talk to Elon about having some extensions on the semi truck for a Tesla.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think he'd be very accommodating.
Yeah, I mean, I think Elon's probably watching right now. I mean, this is the biggest
I think he
podcast.
commented on the last one.
I saw something about that. I mean, it's Elon,
he's my friend.
He's here and there, but,
mm-hmm.
I think that could be a great podcast for the fans on just diving into the depths of moon turtles and diving into the depths of Tesla as well. And would you like to invite Elon to a future podcast?
No.
No.
Really? Why?
Why not? What is your hatred of Elon Musk? Because I personally love Elon Musk.
Well, okay. Maybe.
Shout out Elon.
Actually, you know what? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Why?
Joe Rogan?
What about Joe Rogan?
Nope.
Why not Joe Rogan?
Because he probably is going to beat me.
Oh, it's a competition thing here. I think,
What Ellie, I mean, I think an Ellie Martin Joe Rogan podcast will look great on your resume.
I think it really on his resume.
Yeah.
But I think that would be great just to team up with a fellow creator, like Joe, and it help him to get to your level, and just bring him some viewership, bring him some subscribers.
Because obviously he doesn't have the quality of equipment we have.
He does not have a GTX 5085 super zoom camera like we do.
Actually, if y'all didn't know, the camera's on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
So it's zooming in from over there.
Yeah. It's actually in Mongolia right now.
Really?
Please don't hit the stop recording button because that would be really sad.
Let me just go.
Okay, let's make sure.
We're good.
Okay, we're good.
We're on 40 minutes.
Let's go.
What's the average podcast length?
It depends, 45 to an hour 20.
Jeez.
Conversation.
Who's up for an hour 20?
Miller.
He was very good at the conversation.
Yes. I mean, I feel like we should go a different topic here. What's your favorite candy? We can start with Brady.
See, me, I mean, the Moon Turtles introduced me to this thing called Skittles.
Yeah.
It's actually a Moon Turtle snack in the beginning. And they introduced it to America. And then America introduced it to the rest of the world. And
So Snickers.
No, Skittles.
Skittles.
Snickers, that's made by Moon Pigeons.
Yeah.
We don't like
different product, different company, different quality.
Yeah, and then M&M's, Moon Panthers. Anyway, I digress.
We digress.
I digress.
I will go with Snickers.
So you're a big Moon Pigeon type of girl.
Wait, no. I do like Skittles. I like Jolly Ranchers.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jolly Ranchers were actually the ancient Moon Turtles.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They were created by Hepatumus the First.
Yeah, that was before. That was very sad time for the Moon Turtles. They had what do you call it? A dictator.
Yes.
Really sad time.
Hepatumus the First.
Yeah, really bad leader.
Awful leader. He killed off many of the Turtleias, Moon Turtleteus strain of Moon Turtle.
Also, he had good taste.
Ellie, you can't say that.
Whoa!
Ellie.
I don't know if you can say Ellie.
Because I like.
Not Hepatumus the First.
Because I like Jolly Ranchers.
Well, yes, but Hepatumus the First did not make that. But the ancient Moon Turtles did.
Yeah.
Okay, the ancient.
Shout out ancient Moon Turtles.
Shout out.
Obviously, the Asian Moon Turtles have good taste. Because
Langston? Favorite?
Wow. I mean, this is an interesting question
I
here.
think I know yours.
Ellie.
What is mine?
Airheads.
That is one of them. It really depends on the day. Fishing tournament weather obviously plays a big factor. Is it sunny? Is it rainy? Is it snowing? Is it icy? Is it hot? I mean, there's a lot of different options here because there's some that melt in your hand when it gets hot, and there's some that stay cool throughout the day, and then there's others that harden when it gets cold, and it's hard to make a specific choice here, not based on weather conditions.
Yeah.
But I feel like overall, if I had to walk into a store and get one candy right now, it would be a sweet tart rope. A sweet tart rope, and so, they're abounding in flavor, abounding in taste, abounding in looks. I mean, it's really the full package.
Ellie, I mean, I had a really good question for you. If you're taking a picture with a celebrity, what's your go-to pose? I mean, mine is personally the peace sign.
Yeah.
Maybe a little flip the hand action. I mean, who knows? What are you doing in that pose? What's your go-to
Probably
pose?
smiling.
Well, yeah, smiling, of course.
But
What are you doing with your hands?
Most likely, I'm not doing anything.
Really, I mean, Lynx is more of like an okay type of guy.
Yeah.
Me, big peace type of guy. If you had to choose, what would you do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You peace guy?
Ellie's a no hand
Probably
sign.
peace?
Peace.
Probably peace.
Probably peace. I'll probably go with you.
Would you go turtle?
No.
Sometimes I just throw up a turtle. Turtle season.
So Ellie, what did you think about us wearing the Moon Turtle jerseys at Motion?
That was just a jersey, so I still don't think.
Did you like our team?
Did you like our
Yes.
team?
Did you wish we won?
Yes.
Do you feel like Colby Bennett cheated us?
Yes.
Did you like when Langston got dunked on?
That was actually kind of cool.
Wow. Wow. I mean,
In case y'all didn't know,
That
That was
hurts.
kind of cool,
yeah.
but also that
So we were playing on 9-foot rims. and
I
Langston-
wish y'all won. Though.
Yeah. Langston got caught under the rim by
yes.
super athlete. I mean, basically Giannis, and he just went up there, just
Yammed it.
right at Langston. And
Right
then
on my dome.
right after that, it actually started a civil war
It did.
between me and him because I had to stand up for my boy Langston.
Yeah.
I lost the civil war, but
The
I
Turtles
still-
won.
I won. Langston had how many points throughout the tournament?
I don't even know. Uncountable,
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
I was league MVP with 10.
Yes.
I think y'all actually won though.
We should have.
We
yeah.
should have won. We were cheated by Colby Bennett. He obviously can't make a bracket. And
Not shout out Colby Bennett.
no shout out Colby Bennett. I mean, unshouting out Colby Bennett right now. You know, he may not even get on the podcast at this point because of the cheatery that we experienced.
I think if we do, you might have to tell me when, and I'm going to come by and just
Yes.
start another civil war with them.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's great.
I'll tell you when it comes.
You know,
I've tried
if we
to-
invite Colby, we might have to just put the camera upside down or just do
Wait.
something like that.
So-
He was like.
We digress.
It was Braden and you, and then it was Colby, and Ben, but of course that didn't work out.
So, Ellie, I have a question. Why do you text people in fonts?
Why? Yes, and let me preface this real quick. You know, most people have the just OG normal font, but obviously Ellie,
Being the
Being-
superstar she is.
being the superstar celebrity that she is,
I use a typewriter.
has a different font than anyone else. So,
For
like,
everyone. Everyone
could
has a
you
different font.
explain
Yeah, I thought it's cool.
what's cool about it? What made you go down that road?
Because I thought it was cool.
But how did you figure it out? Where did you learn it?
I just figured it out.
How'd you
I'm
figure it
not
out?
telling my secret.
Oh, it's a secret.
So, Ellie, why do you have different fonts for everyone?
I don't. It's the exact same one.
I thought you different font. You told me different fonts for everyone. You're lying to me.
No, I didn't tell you that.
I'm cooked. So me and Langston have the same font.
Yes.
Dang.
I'm hurt about that personally because I feel like as a sibling to the one and only Ellie Martin, I should have a different font.
Mm-hmm.
Used to before I had Brady's number.
Mm-hmm.
I did because the keyboard I have, the app I have, you add the more you have it, the more you unlock, the more fonts you unlock. So I didn't quite have the font I do now.
So
Wow.
Ellie, what app do you use?
I'm not telling y'all that
Why not?
because it's a secret. You're going to.
Well, actually,
you're gonna get me.
if I could interrupt here, it's the sponsorship issue. You know, like we were talking about Cookout last week, we can't speak about them in
Until they
a
sponsor us.
favorable way until they give us money. So obviously we can't sponsor that
Yeah,
app.
and
Only
honestly,
Westies.
the only sponsor we have is Cooper Bell and his
West
company,
East hats, and we're always looking for more sponsors. So if there's any,
more sponsors, and hey, if everyone would love to get out and use EMG,
Cody, MG,
the code EMG, we
Is
would
it
all
EMG10
love
or
that.
just EMG?
CMG.
EMG. Ellie, why don't you tell me what EMG stands for? Do they know?
EMG stands for Ellie Martin Gaming.
Wow.
My podcast, not my podcast name, but my whole YouTube channel name.
Yeah. Excuse me. I was gonna change the topic. So
Yeah,
if
go
you,
for it.
okay. I was just gonna dive into Motion Night last night. You know, we had Chad Veach on,
That motion night was so fun last night.
and I was just,
Of course, I did amazing on lyrics.
of course,
always.
Ellie. You know, Ellie's a humble beast, obviously. But what would you?
I did give a shout. I did get a shout out from Cooper Bell. From Cooper Bailey. Shout out Cooper Bailey.
Shout out Cooper Bailey.
Shout
Shout
out
out the
Coop Dog.
shout outer.
The nicest guy in the world. Nice guy.
Literally. But anyway,
Definitely, I'll definitely agree with that.
what would you rate Chad Veach last night?
1 through 10.
Out of 10.
He was great, but you still can't beat Chris, and you still can't beat Montez. Of course, you can't beat Layton.
Now, are we
Do
talking
Ellie-
about Pastor Chris or Chris Hayes here?
Pastor Chris.
Did
No.
you know, Ellie? I
I'm
actually
talking about PC, not
Shout out Chris Hayes though.
So
Shout out,
yes.
loyal fan.
today while I was at HC, I actually met Mark Pettis, and he walked up to me and looked me dead in the eyes, and he said, "I already know, son. I don't even have to meet you. You're the best long snapper that's ever walked this earth."
And
Exactly.
coming from a former long snapper.
At UAB, yeah, he just knew it. Like I didn't even say my name. He just said,
Mark
"You are the
Pettis?
best." Yeah, and he
wow,
just
the president. You met the president.
the president of the world basically at this point.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need Joe Biden. We need Mark Pettis.
Yeah.
And
That
he
is true.
He looked at me and said, "You're the best long snapper I've ever seen," and I don't even know what you. I don't even know your name.
If we had more Pettis as our president,
Yeah. Do you know?
then that would. I think
That's a great place to end the podcast, unless
so
Yeah.
too.
y'all have another great
I think we
topic.
have one more thing.
Sponsor break.
Sponsor break and not only sponsor break for using code EMG for 15% off, but also I would love for y'all to subscribe, comment, hit like, and hit the bell.
Hit the bell, guys.
Hit it hard.
Hit it harder.
Hit it very hard. Exactly like how they did.
Yeah.
Just smash
Yeah.
the link.
I would like to thank Ellie Martin and Langston for letting me come on the podcast. It's been an experience.
I mean, thank you so much. You're the first, obviously, besides me, Moon Turtle biologist that we've had on the pod, and it's really impressive to see your knowledge and you know the friendship we've built over the years of study of moon turtles has been great.
Thousands.
So go and subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe, like, comment,
Hit the
share, hit the bell, do everything. Tell your friends. We love y'all. Peace out.
Good job, guys. There's nothing recorded. I think it's still recording.
It's still going.